in a world where, from my perspective, the majority seem to struggle to reach a state of consciousness, a state of awareness of oneself, I often find myself in a sticky predicament, you could say, that always seems to leave me feeling a little bit, I don't want to say lost or empty, but I guess you could say maybe out of control. Because I guess as a young man learning about consciousness and being aware of self, it's liberating in the sense that it gives you a lot of control and a lot of responsibility over yourself and your mind. However, I often find myself a bit too conscious and a bit too aware, to my detriment. And it really pisses me off. It really, really pisses me off. Because it makes it very, very easy for me to get inside my own head during certain situations. And not in a negative way. I'm not one to sit there and have my thoughts run wild. My thoughts seldom, if ever, run wild and control me to any extent. However, I do, and I'm very determined to work on my ability to let go of that extreme awareness, you could say, because it doesn't always serve you. Like, there are times in life and there are situations in life where it serves you to be a bit more animalistic, to be a bit more like a wild man, so to speak, and in simple terms, just a bit more emotional, I guess you could say. And that's and I don't mean that in a negative way. I feel like the word emotional has been somewhat misused and misconceived, or only interpreted in one way in recent times, and it's perceived quite negatively if someone is to say emotional. But no, like, sometimes it can be good to let go of your mind for a moment and enjoy an experience, like live in an experience from an emotional perspective rather than a conscious perspective, which I feel like, again, like, I feel like this is a really weird thing to say. And the reason why I say, like, I feel like it's a weird thing to say is because you hear a lot of advice, guidance, teachings on how to become more conscious, become more aware, so on and so forth. Yet you seldom hear any teachers that are designed or aligned with guiding you towards letting go, being a little bit more instinctive at times. And it's frustrating. Like, it can be really frustrating at times, because it's a switch that I wish I could just flick and turn on and off whenever I like. And it does leave me envious, because I have people around me, people that I know, some people that are extremely close to me, who I admire. Now, I mean that from the bottom of my heart, and they won't even know that I'm talking about them in this breath. But I admire them, and I see them as incredibly valuable to me, because they remind me on a daily basis the importance and the value of being able to be in touch with that animalistic self. Now, these people might not be, with no disrespect to them, they might not be the sharpest tool in the box, or necessarily the most productive people to always be around. However, when you're with them, there's a sense of presence, and not in a conscious way, but in a very animalistic way, and like free of the mind way. And it allows them to almost melt into their environment and be exactly who, what, and they are and need to be in order for them to make the most out of that setting. From what I guess you could argue on a biological level, those people that have the ability to glue together a room and bring people from different, I guess you could say, walks of life that all know one another and make that unit one in that moment. And it's a beautiful thing. Like, it really is. It really is a beautiful thing. And it's something I will always admire. Because it's something that I desire, quite simply. And I feel like, having just thought about that right now, having just said it, I feel like it's important to admire things. At the very least, teach yourself to admire things that you desire. Because you're never going to attain it if you have any sort of negative, how can I put it, any sort of negative associations with it, whether it be conscious or subconscious. And yeah, the people that I think of when I speak on this topic, bro, I admire them. And I'll be 100% honest. That is the reason why they are still very important to me. Very important to me. Because like I said, they remind me every single day the value of that animalistic state and just being human for a moment and disconnecting from your mind. Which is frustrating. I find it frustrating because there's times and situations and periods where I feel like it comes to me so easily, and when it hits, it's almost like entering some sort of flow state. When it hits, it's effortless. You ain't got to think about it. You know, you barely even feel it. You just be it, and you're just there, and you're just in that zone, in that moment, and it just, everything just clicks. But when it doesn't, you're just constantly aware and see every little detail that isn't even necessary to see and that hinders you in said situation. You see it and you're aware of it, and that knocks you off your stride and makes it even more difficult for you to find this element of letting go. It's fucking annoying, man. It's really fucking annoying. Really, really fucking annoying. But again, man, we move, man. We move. Excuse me. We move. I guess all we can do is work on it, really. Practice it. Practice that feeling of, yeah, just letting go, bro. Just let go and be, exist, feel, rather than think. Because we're not always required to do so. And there may come a time in our life, God forbid, where thinking could get you killed. Hesitation will kill it, get a man killed at the end of the day. So it's a really, really tricky one, man. Really tricky one. And fucking pisses me off. I'm not even gonna lie. It really frustrates me. Gets me really fucking agitated. I don't know if this is me getting agitated or the fact that I had a very rare coffee today during my workout. I don't fucking know, man. The workout was good though. The workout was good. Connected with cool guy, and saw some not old friends, but regular friends as well. It was a good session, man. It was a good session. I was planning for a very secluded session mentally. I was very, very fucking conscious today, very aware today. But thanks to a new friend, I was able to kind of relax a little bit, and then realized that I hadn't relaxed as much as I wanted to. Anyway, I'm waffling here. If you made it this far, you're fucking G. Thank you very, very, very much. And I shall see you tomorrow.